Hey guys, so last week we did the accessory belt on the Alfa Romeo. Today we're just going to be doing an oil change, but we're going to see, can you do it without having to lift the car in the air at all? So we'll know by the end of this video. We're also going to reset the service indicator. I'll show you a couple different ways to do that. And then lastly, there is a ticking time bomb in your engine and we're going to address it. Stay tuned. All right, so here's the plan. We're actually gonna suck it out from the top, and then I'm gonna get underneath it, open up the drain plug, and see how much oil comes out. I used to not be a fan of this because I want every single drop out, but I've done oil changes on a couple cars with this, and I literally pull open the plug and like 4 drips come out. So hopefully that's the case with this, because if so, it makes it a lot more easy, but we're gonna find out. You're in the pool table, just have the tools and parts you need for this. Just the OEM filter, washer, and then a T30, T25, 12 millimeter, and you can use pliers, but if you have a pair of click R's, they work good. The only kind of maybe specialty thing you need is a 32 millimeter. Step 1, our oil is already a little bit warm. We're gonna pull out our dipstick. Step 2, make sure we have a nice clean tube to insert in there. Seems to go in pretty far. All right, now we're just gonna pump it up and let it do its thing. Now the main drawback is that it does take a few minutes and we're probably gonna have to dump it out and then start over again, but while it's doing it, so we'll go ahead and get started what needs to be done on the top. All right, so up top, the engine cover comes off just by popping a couple clips. Gently pry open the click R clamp. Remove the intake bellows. There's one clip right here you have to unclick. Then you can just kind of grab from behind and lift up gently. Now for our oil filter, I like to have a little tiny box to set the filter in when we're done. We don't want to drip down in the valley, so shove in a little towel here. Simply going to be a 32 millimeter. Well, you may have heard that gurgling, so good news, bad news. The bad news is we can only get out about 4.5 quarts, but the good news is we know definitively that we cannot suck this out from the top, so unfortunately we gotta get underneath and drain it from the bottom. Now we can just finish unscrewing it. Now here's a super critical bit of information. The filter you took out needs to match the new filter identical because there are 2 different styles. If you install the wrong one, you could actually really damage your engine seriously. So this one is the same filter. All right, we've got our new filter here, a little bit of lube on the O-rings. Go ahead and install it. Now you're going to tighten it down to mechanic's touch or 25 Newton meters, whatever you're most comfortable with. It definitely is not super tight. Now the bottom cover. I love how they're like, let's make them all T30s except for 2 T25s. All right, now all we have to do underneath this is a 12 millimeter. Go ahead and pop it open. My car's a little bit high and I got my nice shirt on, so I don't want to get oil. Don't want to take an oil shower right now. Should be all right now. Actually got to check out this drain plug. I don't think I've ever seen a drain plug that has built-in holes for it to drain. That's actually kind of cool. All right, so we're just going to let that drain for a little bit and then we'll plug it back up. All right, now the dripping has stopped. We just reinstall the plug. Manual states 20 foot-pounds. That's it. Now all we have to do is put the under tray back on and we can head back up to the top. All right, now back up top, let me talk about the one part of this engine that if it fails will take out your motor, and that is the bleeder valve. Now it's plastic, and as they age, they get brittle and crack, and then all of a sudden you spew all your coolant out, your car overheats. There is a fix though. It comes from us from Alfa Giulia, and they make just a metal one that you can replace. It's pretty cheap, and it's probably the easiest thing you do. You might as well do it while your intake is off. So let's do it. Obviously, you want to make sure that your car is cool. That means you can release the cap without spewing coolant everywhere. So let's just make sure there's no pressure in the system. That's good. If not, just wait for your car to cool down. 8mm to break it loose. I do recommend, just in case, we're going to put some microfibers around this thing just so we don't have water dripping down the back of our engine. And the new one does come with an O-ring and a sticker. That's cool. Set it here. Good. That's probably just a little bit tighter than hand tight. Now we can add 7 quarts of our favorite 5W40 or whatever spec you want to put in here. So a couple little tidbits while I'm pouring the oil. I actually tried to suck it out from the top, and I was only able to get about 4.5 quarts out the top. So you can't get all 7 quarts out the top. It has to be drained out the bottom. That was just a little experiment. I was curious. The other thing is, there's not a lot of Alfa dealerships, and there's definitely not a lot of people that know how to work on these. So now, I've said this in a lot of my videos, I don't DIY to save money. I DIY because I can do it better than a dealership. Remember, it's not the 20-year master tech that's doing oil changes on cars. It's usually like the $16 an hour shop boy that's doing it. So he's not going to take the time and care to do this right or whatever. Take your time, do a good job. And remember, if you own an Alfa Romeo, you are passionate about cars. And so passionate people work on their own cars. They don't farm it out. All right, that is exactly 7 quarts. Now we just check the level. We're going to check it one more time, obviously, after we start it. Now we can put our intake back on. Use our little click R pliers. Don't forget to attach your coolant line. Install these rubber bellows. Now put on our cover. All right, so now we are done under the hood. We're going to move to the inside, and we're going to reset the service indicator and the oil light. All right, so the oil change is done. We need to reset the service indicator. And there are 2 service indicators. One is the dash. It tells you, like, oil change to. And the other one is on the, above the radio. When you go to the thing, it says how many days until your service is done. There's actually a way just to do the dash with the gas pedal. I'll put the procedure in the description. It's kind of silly, but basically ignition on, tap the gas pedal, turn it off, lock it, and come out. And it's like literally a crapshoot if it works or not. But it, like I said, it only does the actual screen. So you need a computer to do the other one. Now I have 3 methods here that I'll show you how to do. Anyway, so let me show you how it works. So right here I have all 3 methods. On a laptop you can run MultiECUscan ECU. I think it's $55. I also have method 2 is AlfaOBD, and it's $49. And then lastly, I have a Thinkcar scanner. Now this I like because it runs everything and can do the clutch on the Ferrari and all kinds of different stuff. But anyway, this thing I think is $4.99. But either way, I'm going to show you how each one does it. Now you need a blue cable and a gray cable for both AlfaOBD and MultiECUscan, or you can get the V-Gate adapter. Again, this is in the description, and this replaces both cables. So in MultiECUscan, you're just going to choose the Alpha 2.9. Come down here and go ahead and hit connect. Come over here to adjustments at the top. Come down to oil change, and then you're just going to hit execute. It's going to give you a couple notes. Next thing you want to do, come over here to where it says service, connect. Come over here to adjustments, and you're going to do next service kilometer reset. Execute. So that's how MultiECUscan ECU works. Now I'll kind of show you real quick how the Thinkcar works. Obviously Alfa Romeo. Pulls up my VIN. Pretty simple stuff. Special function. You just go to oil maintenance. So this is very similar to MultiECUscan. It gives you instrument panel, engine control module. You go through those and just hit reset. Main one I want to do is going to use the V-gate. Plug it in here. Turn the car to the on position. All right, I'll prop my phone up here like this. All right, so this one was pretty cool. We're just going to connect to my V-gate. We already have Giulia selected. We need to select engine. 2.9 liter primary. Connect. Come over here to this little car button. Procedure to start. Scroll down and there's going to be oil change here at the very bottom. It's going to ask, have you done it? Blah, blah, blah. We're going to hit start. It's going to give us instructions. We'll wait 30 seconds. So in the car, we do have service oil level sensor. That's okay. Hit OK. Now that we hit OK, the warning is gone. It just tells us we need to start. So now we can hit back. We're not quite done yet. We need to go down to instrument cluster. Connect. Again, come down to the little car button. Procedure. Scroll all the way down. You're going to see reset service data. Procedure complete. Now we can go and just back out. Exit. One more time, we're just going to turn the car off. Just remove the key, lock it. Now I've waited 30 seconds. Now we can come over here to car, maintenance, and 365 days or 9,600 miles. So we are good for another year. Well, all right, there you go. There are 3 different ways that you can reset the service indicator and the oil light on your Alfa Romeo. So we are good for another year. Oil change is done. Now that whole locking and waiting 30-second thing, that's just kind of a recommendation that it's just a good rule of thumb that people use anytime you kind of do any configuration changes or resets, because the computer has to change. You just don't want to like immediately start it right away while it's trying to compute. So anyway, that's done. Now it's time to go enjoy this thing and drive it for another year. Anyway, guys, please like and subscribe. Check out my other videos, the belt service, the shifter install. I got a lot of cool videos on this. And if any of you guys know of a particular E63 for sale, let me know. I am actively looking right now for one. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.